Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Good Girls, Season 4, Episode 2, Big Kahuna. Rio is at the police station talking to the police. And at first, I'm like, are you really in here snitching, Rio? Can't be. Not real. He is explaining what sounds like Lucy's murder, but instead he's explaining, like, he's describing a fight that he was sitting at. That's where that's where he say he was. He has an alibi. He pulls out these tickets. I don't know whether it was an MMA fight or probably so, because the way he was describing it, you know, being bloody or that sort of thing, had to be. But he don't know nothing about no murder. This is where I was. And the officer is like, funny, because the bullets found in this lady are the same bullets found in some old gang members that I know that you used to have some beef with. And Rio's like, I ain't got no beef with them folks no more. Don't be worried. Listen, I ain't got no beef with nobody. I ain't your man. This is where I was at. I was at the fight. And the officer, you know, he gonna get up and go. Rio's like, that's my cue. I know I'm free to leave, so I'm just gonna go on by my business. And the guy, you know, tells him, he asked him, you know, how he got the ticket. And, you know, Rio's like, I called in a favor. And he's like, so how about calling in a few more? And I don't know what that means, but Rio just leaves. Anyway, Beth and the girls, they're discussing the hitman. You know, she's showing them the earrings he bought her. You know, what does it mean? You know, he done got you these earrings, girl. What does that mean? What does that mean? She want to know, should she go to dinner with him anyway? You know, it's just dinner, right? Like, this should be okay, right? While they're talking, Dean just walks up and he's like, what's for dinner? And Beth tells him, you know, I think we should grill. He tells her that he wants to talk for a minute. So they step aside and have a private conversation. Some important people, you know, some people with a lot of coin, so they think, want to, you know, get an account with them, you know, because they're a wholesale company, supposedly, that sells these, you know, top of the line hot tubs. And, you know, Dean is ready to make a deal with them. And he's like, they want to meet us. And so Beth is just like, okay, I'll let you take care of that. I'll let you handle that. I'm going to stay in my lane. Ruby and the family are sitting down for dinner. And the baby needs new supplies, you know, now that he's in 8th grade. He needs an iPad. He needs a laptop. He needs all of this stuff. You know, and it's so unexpected. And Sarah at the table like, well, listen, if he get one, I get one. Let's talk about that. Then there's an unexpected knock on the door. Who is it? The scammers. It's that scamming couple that's begging for money. You know, they done showed up at the door, popping up all unexpected. You know, they extorted them last season, so they back. They talking about they were put out. And right now that they're staying, you know, at a friend's house, and said friend is, you know, got them on a cot in the kitchen with a space heater up, you know, but it's, you know, it's cool. It's all right. It's comfortable. You know, they really trying to play coy about, about their living arrangements, or the lack thereof. You know, all to make them feel guilty and give them something else. Because before it was a car, you know, now what you coming back for? But Ruby is just like, y'all can stay for dinner. Come on, stay for dinner. Ben, he gets home, and Ben is just, I don't know about Ben. I don't like Ben's attitude. You know, it's like, don't talk to your mama like that. What's your problem? You know, like, why you always so miserable and mad and angry and taking it out on Annie? Like, it's just, I'm sick of Ben. I'm sick of Ben and these teenage hormones, because that has to be it. You can't possibly be this miserable at home with your mama. You cannot. You know, he's making it seem like he don't want to be over there with Nancy, and he don't like it over there with Nancy. And, you know, Annie sees this flyer for like a PTA type of thing, or I guess it's an auction. And, she asks about it, and he's like, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing that you want to come to. A bunch of rich folks, buying a bunch of stuff. Kind of bougie, not your scene. And Annie is, trying to, pry a little bit, and he keeps trying to tell her, nah, don't be trying to show up at my school, basically. He keeps throwing salt on it, like, oh, maybe not. Y'all don't think you'll like that. Oh, no, I don't think that you would have fun. No, it's really not your speed, really not your zhuzh. That's not your thing, Mom. Because it's for rich people. And then he throws shade at lacrosse players like he ain't on the lacrosse team. Whatever, Ben. Annie, she takes it for what it is. She ain't gonna press the issue anymore. And so she just lets it go and tells him that she'll skip it. Then we see the task force. They still on the job. And FBI girl is, she's convinced it's Beth. The other guy is convinced that it's Dean. And, he basically just tells her, listen, I think it's him. So if you feel like it's the lady, then find something, tangible that, I can give to the DA. Other than that, we're going with Dean. Beth and Dean, they give the tour. And who is the person that wants to, sell wholesale, do this little partnership? The damn feds. Of course, it's the feds. They don't never see these folks coming a mile away. And like, ain't it obvious? Isn't it obvious? Anyway, they don't walk the man through the place. And, he's like, okay, cool. We can make a deal. I want to see the books first. And Beth is like, books? Okay. I'm gonna need a little time to, get them for you. Give me a couple of hours and I can make that happen. And he says to Dean, well, you like shots? You like to take shots? Okay, we can go take shots while she goes and gets the books together. She got to go and cook something up because she know them books is all kind of, fraudulent. The girls, they end up taking the books to the cash advance place, to talk to the homie down to the cash advance place. And he give them all kind of advice. He looks at the books and he's like, the books are perfect, actually. They're too good. Like, it's too much cash flow. Profits. You got more profits than you do revenue. Like, something ain't adding up here. You got more money coming in than you got, going out. Like, something ain't right about these books and they gonna know about it. Then, they ask, how they can, fix it. And, he gives them some more advice. That's going to take a whole lot of time. They don't have time to be putting money in offshore accounts and to be pulling it over here and putting it over there. They don't have time for that. So what can we do that's going to fix this problem now? And, he tells them, do y'all like shopping? Yeah, they like shopping. So he says, okay, get y'all some corporate credit cards. And, balance the books by increasing the spending. So spend, swipe, swipe, swipe. And that's exactly what they do on big ticket items, furniture, electronics, things that they can write off. Things that, even charitable donations, do all that. So that's what they do. And then we see them, at all the stores buying up stuff. Ruby done bought up some electronics, everything that the baby need for school. Ruby can go ahead and get that. Same with Beth. They don't have furniture in the house, so they can go ahead and get some furniture. Ruby, she gets home, and the scammers, they already at the house begging. Already there, begging. Stan has invited them to dinner, and they both come to the realization, it's like, wait a minute now. These folks finna bleed us dry. They finna really, yep, they are. They finna bleed us dry. And Stan is like, not on my watch. And so he get on the line and call a friend of a friend of a friend to do a background check on the people. Y'all not gonna get got. Not today. Annie, she goes to a parked car. You know whose car it is. It's the homeless man that she was screwing last season. He and his car, she need him to be the wingman because she going to that auction. She going, and she needs somebody on her arm. And so, can you go? He get it. He gives her a little slack. Gives her a hard time about it because he's tired of being her scapegoat, tired of being her little wingman. He's still gonna go. So I don't even know why he did all of that because he's still going. Dean gets home. And, he sees that Beth has got all of this furniture. And he's like, so how did you pay for this stuff? Oh, it's a tax write-off. But how did you pay for it? It's a tax write-off. I know what a tax write-off is, Beth. How did you pay for it? She ain't got no answer. She ain't got no answer. But Dean, of course, is very skeptical. He already knows it's not legit. I don't know what. Again, Dean, she is in crime now. Like, not even knee deep. She up to her neck in crime. And you still holding on to hope that anything she does is legitimate. Hang it up, Dean. Hang it up. Anyway, Beth takes the trash out and she sees Rio outside sitting in his Jeep. And she gets in the car with him and Rio tells her he needs her to hold something for him. And she's like, hold what? He asks her for her routing number and she's like, I'm not holding nothing. Don't be trying to put no money over there in my account. I'm not doing it. The last time I held something for you, you had me all messed up trying to put my trying to put my prints on that gun that you shot Lucy with. She's still gonna give him that routing number though. Cause she that's what she gonna do. Anytime she still be, she gives him pushback, but she gonna do what he says. Cause what else she gonna do? When she looks up and sees Dean, she gets back in the house and she calls the hitman, listen, let's confirm this date. I'll go on the date. Let's go. How about Saturday? Annie and her wingman, they at the fancy auction or whatever. And she's talking to baby daddy and Nancy. I don't know the man's name. Is it Elliot? Y'all let me know because I feel like that man's name is Elliot. Anyway, baby daddy and Nancy. They are, they looking at Annie and her new little boo like, well, who are you? And how did y'all meet? Where did y'all meet? The lady in the back doing the auction, she's, throwing things out there and Annie gets to bidding on stuff. And of course they looking around like, what? Somebody in there notices Annie's date and recognizes him as a dog walker that then stole their chihuahua. So now we got a whole bunch of noise going on in there. It's embarrassing, of course. Annie is still bidding on stuff. 1,000 for this, 10,000 here, another 1,000 there. And everybody, well, not everybody, but the people that know her, they looking at her like, now where you gonna get the money for this? Baby daddy say, I'm not paying for nothing. I'm not coming out of my pocket for none of this. So I don't know what you got going on because you don't have the money for this. So why you even playing? This ain't even you. And then she turned around and bid on something for $10,000. Annie she's like hell bent on being the more likable parent. Because right now she feel like she losing to baby daddy and Nancy because they're so rich and they have so much going on, and then they, he's at the better school over there with them. Whatever, Annie. Beth, she's awakened by her daughter. Her daughter come in the room. Daddy's dead. And of course she think he is, or she run in there and he in there nursing. Oh, I forgot to mention. Let me go back right quick. Dean and the big Kahuna guy, they go and have drinks like they said they were, and they just get wasted. Dean in there running off at the mouth. He talking about he's the one that's in charge. He makes the decisions. It's him. Just incriminating himself and not even realizing it. But that's the reason why the little baby thought that he was dead, because he in there nursing a hangover from the night before. And then he told Beth, well, I got the account, at the end of the night. And she's like, really? How'd you do that? Well, I had to show him the books. And Beth, again, face cracked. It's like, why are you always doing this, Dean? He's either meddling or it's just, Why you couldn't have at least ran that past Beth, before you did that? Why couldn't you have just waited? No, couldn't wait. You're doing too much. You're too fast. And now y'all might be in a situation because you done gave that man the books and the books are not corrected yet. Anyway, Beth, she pop up on Rio's muscle man. He in the jacuzzi. And she tells him that she needs him to get something back for her. And he's like, listen, you still owe on your last tab. You got to pay that tab down before I do anything else. And she tells him that somebody has the books. And, he got to hop up now because that's a problem. That's everybody in trouble. And so he get up and he like, listen, I'm going to need the address. He was in that jacuzzi naked, by the way. Had to get up and get his robe. Beth gives him the address or whatever. And she's like, listen, now I just need the books. And he say, well, okay, I got you. I'm not going to kill him. It'll just feel like I did. That's what he said. It'll just feel like I did. So I guess he gonna beat somebody up. Anyway, Ben, he gets home and, Annie got gifts. She got a new little vacuum cleaner, the one that, I was finna say crawl, but the one that moves around on the floor. She got some more electronics. She got this, she got that. She done got a trip to Bermuda. She's bearing gifts and Ben is not impressed. And of course, like always, he flips on her. Why you stop trying to be them? You're not them. She's just like, well, I can't tell that that's not what you want with the way that you are always over there. You want to spend, he want to spend all his time over there with Nancy and them. And, you're going to school over there. All of your friends are over there. You don't come over here and bring your friends here. It's just like, of course, I feel like I got to compete with them because you make it seem like they're the ones that live the better life. I mean, they do, but it's still not nice. It's still nasty, very much nasty of Ben to treat his mother the way that he does. Because, she does the best that she can. But anyway, he gonna tell her, he throws jabs about the living situation. The microwave don't work. Ain't no running. The water runs brown. It's just all bad over here with mama. And he gonna tell her, you always make, cause she dropped the bomb on him. I know about the lacrosse. I know about all of that. You on the team. So don't even try to act like you're not on the team. And he's like, well, I couldn't tell you that because you make fun of everybody's life. But the gag is nobody's life is more of a joke than yours. And he just walks out. And I was like, damn, Ben. Damn, you ain't had to talk to your mom like that. You ain't had to talk to your mom like that. And if you felt that way, get a job and help your mama then. With your entitled ass. You don't help nothing. You don't help in that house in no way. And yet, granted, when you have kids, it's your job to provide. But when you are, it's a single parent situation and you are of the age to, help and you can do that. Don't bash your mama and then go over there with the step parents and live it up. And then come home to your mama and tell her that she ain't shit. Nah, that ain't what we about to do, Ben. Beth is having dinner with the hitman. And, he's like whining and dining, okay? Really landed on thick. Done bought, I think it was a radish. Did they say horseradish or a radish? I can't remember what it was, but he was trying to show her, some fine dining. And, that she basically, she's like, listen, enough of all of that. I just want to know when you gonna get the job done. When is the job gonna get done? And wait. Oh, he asked her, where's the fire? Why so anxious? And she's just like, he's making my life a living hell. Like, I need him out of here. And he's like, well, what's it gonna be when he's gone? Like, is anything gonna change? He don't want Beth going down this road. He don't want her crossing this line. she done crossed a few lines before, but like, where do you draw it? Like, when is enough for you? Because he feel at murder, I think it's enough. I think that you have gone too far to the left. She, their food comes out or whatever. Oh, he gives her this little story about, his son playing hockey and how sometimes he gets in fights on the ice. And, he tells his son, if it's ever his fault, if you're the aggressor, then I'm going to take your electronics, and that's going to be that. And then he said after that, he thought to himself, why am I expecting that for my child to, and this was after he had done a job too, by the way. Like, he's sitting in his car if he didn't kill somebody. Why am I, making him play by some rules that I ain't following and that nobody in the world. I didn't even know them people left. I'm like, this house is quiet. I just had to see if Tim was gone. Yeah, they gone. Anyway, he tells her, that the world doesn't even play by those rules. And so why should I make my son? And she's like, well, because there's right and wrong. And he was like, well, why do you do the things that you do? And she says, because she has to. And he's like, no, because you want to. I know what that feels like to cross a line you felt like you would never cross. So now she over there. She over there for real. They get their food or whatever, and he notices that she's not eating. And, she just says that her food, I think she had a piece of fish, over a salad, and her fish was rare, wasn't cooked well enough. And he says, oh, okay, he's just gonna pick up the plate and he gonna walk back there to the kitchen and get it straight himself. And Beth was kind of looking turned on like, oh, okay. Well, if that's what we're doing, then cool. Then we see Ruby and Stan. They got the scammers over for dinner again. And, they're doing that small talk that trying to pull on your heartstrings. And it's like, save it. Just forget it. Then they bring up a payment plan. And Ruby just is like, let me stop you right there. Let me stop you there. Listen, now, it was a tragedy what happened to your child, but you ain't the first person to lose a child, and you ain't gonna be the last. Don't be coming over here begging me for no money. Like, now, we gave you a car, and at this point, it's extortion, and you're doing a lot. We ain't gonna be able to help out financially no more. That's just that. We're on to you. Then the guy just hands them an envelope. And it's $87 in it. They're like, what's this for? Well, this was the payment plan that we were going to, discuss today. So now they got egg on their face because them people was not trying to scam. Them people were not trying to scam. They were coming back talking payment plan because they were trying to pay them back, because they got them the car and everything. So now Ruby and Stan, now what? you said you put breadcrumbs. You said you put breadcrumbs on that. Damn, I couldn't even talk just then. Because I was feeling the same way. I really was feeling like these people are trying to scam y'all, and the whole time they just trying to pay back a debt they feel they owe. They're trying to be nice people. Back at the restaurant, Beth, she goes into the kitchen to see what's taking so long. And the hitman in there with bloody knuckles talking about he's fixing your salad. The man turned around. It's my pleasure. All beat up, eyes bloody, face bloody. He done went in there and beat up the chef. And now the chef is remaking the salad. Beth was like, that was not even necessary. I ain't asked you to do all that. At that same time, we were seeing the FBI girl. She rummaging through Beth's trash. And so I'm sure more than likely she gonna find something. Beth is filling the girls in, on the details of her date with the hitman or whatever. And Annie is like, sis, we still need those books, Annie want to kill the big Kahuna guy. And she's like, he don't deserve that. Like, we're not doing all of that. I just told him to go and get the books. We're not killing nobody, Annie. And Ruby even asked her, like, damn, where do you draw the line? Annie say, I don't know. I don't know. Annie's scared. She's scared that they're going to get caught. She's scared that one day the feds is just going to come busting in the door and taking everybody to jail. Ruby is at home, and Stan comes home with an update on the family. The family's background, it came back clean. No priors, no arrests, no none of that. Not even a traffic citation. Like, those people are good. But their daughter is not the same child that they got the donor kidney from. And so they the wrong family. It's, so it's essentially for nothing. And, so Stan is like, go ahead and make that call. And she's like, haven't they suffered enough? Like, haven't they gone through enough? I don't need to make that call. It is what it is. And, so they're just going to continue to help that family. Good for them. The FBI girl, she come back with a big old bag of lint from the trash. She pulled it out and put it on the table. This is lint. Forensics have already ran tests, and they found a crazy percentage of starch, linen, and cotton. So now we know that they over there laundering money through their, in their own washing machine, which is dumb. If y'all don't take y'all asses to a laundromat, you in your own washing machine doing that, Beth. Anyway, the guy is like, still, how you know it's her and not him? And she's like, do you know how to clean the lint trap in your dryer? No, he doesn't. Then we see Annie. She laid up with her homeless boyfriend, I guess. Girl, this should be rock bottom for you. Your child done read your life, like read you down for, the way that your life has turned out. Now here you are still laid up with a homeless man. Okay, Annie. We also see Beth. She's in bed with Dean, and Dean is just feeling himself. He done got that account. He's feeling good. They can't even lay back good and close their eyes good before it's a bam on the door, and it's the police and it's the feds. And before, because Beth automatically, she knows what she's been doing. So Beth is like, I'm sorry. And she, she's like, I'll explain everything. And she goes to walk towards them. And I know they saw that. But anyway, she goes to do that. And they arrest Dean. So that guy ain't even listening to FBI girl. She's sitting over there, looking upset, looking cheap, because she know it's not Dean. She's like, y'all got the wrong person. Beth said the same thing too. Y'all got the wrong person. Dean, if you get in there and you start snitching and dragging everybody down, I know something. I know something. We're going to have to hire somebody to come in there and get you, because that better not be the case, Dean Bolin. Anyway, that's where it ended out. Dean done got arrested for all of Beth's crimes. Oh, well. I don't like Dean anyway. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.